All right. Well, welcome everyone. We're going to go ahead and get started today. Welcome to our Summer 2024 Study Abroad webinar. I'm Cameron. I'm the Study Abroad Specialized Programs Advisor with World Endeavors. And we are so excited to share some of our featured programs with you and these exciting international opportunities. I'm here with my colleague Kian, and we're just going to go through an overview of the agenda today and then kind of dive into some featured programs that will be great for you guys. So first we're going to go through the application process with World Endeavors and just go over that enrollment timeline and kind of what that looks like for you as a student. And then we will hit on 3 of our featured summer programs in South Korea, Northern Ireland, and Costa Rica. And we'll also be talking about some local excursions and travel tips in the countries in the area. I studied abroad in South Korea, and Kian is Irish, so we have some insider information. And then we'll end with a Q&A for any questions that you guys have.
Cool. So I'll jump in just a little bit about World Endeavors. So it's founded in 2002. We're based in Minneapolis, Minnesota, in the freezing north of the US. And we specialize in study abroad, internship, and customized group programs. We have programs in 24 countries around the world. So yeah, I'm from Ireland originally. I studied in UCD, University College Dublin. I also did a language exchange in Bilbao in Spain when I was in high school. And I studied at the Institute of Navarra in Spain as well for 2 years. And Cam, I think you studied abroad as well?
Yes, I studied abroad in Busan, South Korea. And also in Mexico, Germany, and the Czech Republic. So we are hoping to bring our international experiences to our jobs here and help you guys find great programs that will fit really well with what you're looking for. So I am just going to go ahead and get started on the application process. So with World Endeavors, the first thing that we'll have all our participants do is apply online on our website. It's always going to be found in the top right corner, and that just lets us know your interest and kind of gives us some information. And it's the first step in your international journey, whether study, intern, or volunteer. And then after you apply on the World Endeavors website, you will have a call with me or Kian or one of our other colleagues, the specialized program advisors. We will help you pick what university and courses you're interested in, if there's a certain language or culture that you really want to learn about, or if you just want to go somewhere that has a beach, we can kind of help narrow it down for you, or what universities would be good for your major. Then we'll do some more meetings, make sure we get that stuff finalized. We'll get your credit transfer process all good to go. Make sure your home university is all set with that. And then we will enroll you in our program, and we'll get started with getting you overseas, get a student visa, pick housing, stuff like that. So it's a pretty easy process, and we are there step by step with you, taking you through it all, making it easy for you. Yeah, Kian, I'll kick it over to you now.
So just a little bit what's included in the program. So the first thing is tuition, accommodation. It does vary by the school and destination, but we'll give you more information about that at a later date. We have a team expert advisor, so myself, Cam. We have a full team here in Minneapolis in our office to help you there every step of the way. We provide the airport pickup when you arrive. We'll pick you up from the airport, bring you to your accommodation. We also offer pre-arrival orientation and on-site orientation just to help you get settled in upon arrival. The academic credit will help you with the academic credit transfer, give you information, answer any questions you have along the way. And then we also offer the comprehensive travel and medical insurance, just so you're fully covered during the duration. And we have coordinators there as well throughout the year to help you to answer any questions at the same time. And yeah, just a little bit about the application deadline. So for summer 2024 study abroad, our application deadlines are March the 1st. So if you are interested, please apply. If you have any questions, reach out to myself and Cam, and we'll help you with the application and in terms of the next steps.
All right, so I'm going to dive into our first featured summer program in Seoul, South Korea at the Hanguk University of Foreign Studies. This university is ranked number 8 in South Korea, and it's a very internationally minded university. The foreign studies aspect of it draws in a lot of international students. So as a student from outside of Korea, you will have a lot of opportunities to meet people from not only all over the US, but all over the world. They bring in students from over like 30 countries all around the world yearly. They have 2 campuses, one in Seoul, and then they have a global campus in Yongin, which is about, I think, like a half hour, 45 minutes outside of Seoul City Center. But the summer program that we have featured for you guys is based on the Seoul campus. And all the classes that you'll take for the summer program are in a building that's just to the right of where this photo is. The dormitory is over to the left in that photo, if you can kind of see that. But there are some international scholarships available as well for international students. And we will help you guys find the one that fits best for you, that can kind of aid any tuition or programming costs. The dates for this international summer school are going to be July 11th through August 9th. It's a 4-week program, and you will be in a big cohort of people. You can pick your classes, which I'll talk about more on the next slide, but it will kind of group you guys together based off what you're interested in, and you'll be living in dorms, on-campus dorms, in double rooms. So you'll have a roommate, which we will also help place you in the appropriate dorm for that. And then we have the program cost there. You can sign up for 1 to 3 courses for this summer school. There's a catalog of 8 different classes that are all within the fields of Korean language, pop culture and media, and Asian and Korean economics. There's been a lot of interest in like the Hallyu Wave, Korean media, a lot of like K-pop music if you're interested in that, or like K-dramas. They have classes that are centered on pop culture and media. So if that's something that you're interested in, this is going to be a really great fit for you. And also, like, you can take a Korean language course at the same time. So it kind of goes hand in hand, and it really integrates you into Korean culture and language, while offering a lot of fun opportunities for excursions. So with the International Summer School at Hanguk University, they do have optional field trips every weekend. That the 4-week program, there'll be 3 weekends that you'll be there. So you can sign up to go on those excursions, or you can take some of my recommendations for some great things to do in Seoul and in South Korea. There's just endless opportunities for entertainment and great things to see and do. But these are some of my favorites in Seoul that I've been to and really enjoyed. The Bukchon Hanok village is kind of on the top of a hill in Seoul, and it's a very traditional village. You can wear traditional clothing and walk around, and it's just so picture perfect. It's beautiful. It's definitely like a can't miss destination in Seoul. And there's a lot of palaces around Seoul that are really worth a visit. A lot of history there, and this Gyeongbokgung Palace is my favorite one. And then Myeongdong neighborhood has excellent street food. That's my best recommendation for street food. And the Korean spas, you can't miss it. Gwangjang Market, also street food. So if you are a foodie at all, this is a great destination and a great summer program for you. It'll give you a lot of opportunities to try some new things. But those are the fun things about the Korean summer program that you can go on. And that is the summary of our international summer school. It's a great opportunity to get a little study abroad in summer before your classes begin. But yeah, I will go ahead and pass it on over to our next destination, which is Northern Ireland. Kian?
Cool. So I'm going to talk a little bit about Queen's University in Belfast. I'm from Ireland myself, grew up there, so I know a little bit about the country, I reckon. You can see from the outset, it has this like Harry Potter kind of vibes-esque, you know, with the kind of university. Beautiful landscape, places to visit around as well. So just a little bit about the International Summer School in Belfast. So 10 subjects are in the top 200 in the world in terms of academic ranking. There's over 3,900 international students from over 90 countries. So it's very diverse, very multicultural. And it's number 4 in the world for international outlook in terms of how it deals, manages, and relates with people from other backgrounds and ethnicities and locations as well. And yeah, just a little bit about the program. So the dates are from June the 17th to July 5th, 2024. So it's a 3-week program. The cost is $6,390 US. And the accommodation is a private room in a student dorm. You can see the picture on the right. It's yeah, it's a really, really nice campus. And there's a really nice pub culture. You can see the photo on the left. Like Irish people, we love to go out. It's very social. In the middle photo, you can see you're now entering free dairy. If anyone's familiar with Dairy Girls on Netflix, it is very much kind of like a cultural example of what things are like in Northern Ireland. So yeah, if you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it, just to give a little bit of cultural awareness of like the situation in Northern Ireland and how things are. And so yeah, for the first week, it's focused more on Belfast, the culture, identity, the history, and the politics. So Northern Ireland has a vast range of like historical. It's such a mix of like religion, culture, ethnicity, ties in with the United Kingdom and Ireland as well. So then weeks 2 and 3, you kind of focus more and you pick your course track. So you focus on storytelling, Irish studies. Number 3 is identity and intergroup relations in divided societies. And number 4 is societal leadership. So very much focusing on society, what's going on around. And yeah, focus related to your studies as well. And yeah, here are some of the things that I would definitely recommend to visit in Northern Ireland. So if anyone's seen Game of Thrones, we have the Dark Hedges. There's a Game of Thrones castle tour as well. If you want to visit some of the castles there, we've got like Winterfell, for example. In the centre, the Irish pub culture. You can't go to Ireland without having a pint of Guinness. It's very prevalent. In Dublin, only about an hour and a half, 2 hours south as well, you can go to the Guinness Storehouse. It's a really popular destination. The Titanic Museum, it's one of the world's leading like tourist attractions as well. If anyone's seen the movie Titanic, it was built and set sail from Belfast, so there's a lot of history there. If you have time, if I would go down to the west of Ireland to see the beautiful landscape of the cliffs of Moher. It's breathtaking. It's kind of an influx, so you can see the clouds there. It does add to the atmosphere, but we do get sunny days as well in Ireland, so you can get some beautiful pictures as well. And then the Giant's Causeway, it's another one of the #1 attractions in Northern Ireland as well. So beautiful landscape, beautiful place to see, a lot of culture, a lot of identity. And yeah, these are my main recommendations where you would visit.
All right, and then our third featured program is going to be Universidad Veritas in San Jose, Costa Rica, which is going to be the closest to our US-based students. And here, the summer program for 2024 is a pretty more wide-ranging program. Some of the summer study abroads are more focused on like the Korean language and literature program in South Korea, but Universidad Veritas offers a lot of subjects to take. It's the #1 host university in Costa Rica for receiving US students in particular. They have a really great orientation process, and they have 800 study abroad students every year. Campus is based in San Jose, which is like a bigger city in Costa Rica, but all the transportation to the whole country comes out of San Jose and goes into it. So it's very easy to get to the beaches, get to the rainforest, which we'll touch more on in a few slides. But this university has courses taught in English and in Spanish. So if you're looking for some summer Spanish immersion, this could be a really great option for you. So the dates, Universidad Veritas breaks it up into summer session 1 and 2 at the beginning and end of summer. Summer session 1 is more based on like health and humanities courses. And then summer session 2, more of the classes offered are going to be environmental studies and business, which this university has an excellent environmental studies program, ecology, bioluminology. So if that's something you're interested in, this is the university to go to for that. We have a program cost here starting at $4,195. That will include your tuition, host family stay, which is a little bit more of an immersive cultural accommodation than the student dorms are. So if that's also something you're looking for, host families can be a really great option to really get to know the country and the culture. You will have a private room, meals included. All the host families are within walking distance of the university. So you're still within that college age community. and you're right near campus, they have buses that go from the host family areas right to campus. So it's very easy to get around. Public transportation is pretty nice and accessible. I did kind of touch on this, but fields of study, summer session 1, more focused on health and humanities, environment and business focus for summer session 2. But really, this university has a lot of options for summer study. So any field that you are looking to major in or wanting to get some more credits in over the summer, this university is going to be the right choice for you, I think, if you're looking to get a few electives done or something, like if you want to take some really cool classes that are over a variety of subjects. And we also have some great recommendations too. Like I said, it's very easy to get all around Costa Rica from San Jose. The public bus system is really accessible. And some of our top recommendations for Costa Rica are the Monteverde Cloud Rainforest, which is just breathtaking. I mean, I think one of our colleagues actually too just went to a cloud rainforest for his own vacation a few weeks ago, maybe. But it's such a great choice for a little weekend excursion, maybe. And then we have Manuel Antonio National Park, which, I mean, just look at the beaches. They're so beautiful. I mean, this is making me jealous just looking at our recommendation pictures. But it's very easy to access from San Jose. I think it's about 2 hours away from the city on public transportation. If you are a coffee connoisseur, Costa Rican coffee is really like widely known as like being really, really great coffee. So you can go on a coffee farm tour, bring some coffee home for your friends and family. That's definitely something that we recommend not missing while you're there. And then this Arenal volcano is an active volcano. So it's safe, but it's very cool that it's like so close and accessible if you want to go on some great hikes. It's just like so picture perfect, as you can see. And then we have the La Paz Waterfall Gardens. You can hike up along these waterfalls and follow them all the way up the mountains. They have such a great nature reserve. There's toucans and monkeys and the big, beautiful blue butterflies that you can interact with at the nature reserve there. It's really, really cool opportunity to see some very great nature destinations if that's something that you're looking for in summer. But yeah. Well, that is about the end of our featured program overview. So I am going to open the webinar to any questions that you guys have. It can be about the featured programs or about other programs in a country that you're interested in that maybe we didn't touch on today. But anything is, any questions are welcome. So you can either shoot them in the chat or like just turn your mic off and ask whenever you'd like.
I have a question. I don't know if you mentioned this already, but what is the deadline to apply for these programs?
Yeah, the deadline is going to be March 1st for our summer study abroad programs. That's going to apply to all of our summer studies, and then we will have another one for fall and spring, but that's the deadline for summer is March 1st. And that's to apply through the World Endeavors website, and then the rest of the enrollment process happens after that, closer to summer. Yeah. We'll also be emailing out this PowerPoint presentation that will have some of the general overviews, so you'll have access to this later. All right, we have a question in the chat. Will I have cell phone service when I'm traveling? Yes, you will, except on the plane when you're in airplane mode. But we will help you. There's a few options for cell phone service depending on the country you're going to. Sometimes people want to get a SIM card for the country that they're studying abroad in, and sometimes if you just use like Wi-Fi and like WhatsApp, different apps like that for international programs like this. But you will have cell phone service. Your homestay or your dorm will have Wi-Fi. The school will have Wi-Fi, but that will be covered in your orientation and in your pre-arrival like prep with us, with the program advisors. So we'll kind of help you decide which like route to take for what you want to do with your phone, and if you want an international plan and bank account stuff and all of that. We'll walk you through that throughout the enrollment process. But short answer, yes. Thank you, Katie, for your question. Doesn't seem like the microphone is working. If you want to shoot your question in the chat, I can answer it, Emmeline, but otherwise.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
now I can. Go ahead.
Okay, sorry. So I have two questions actually. So, does the flight tickets are they included on the cost of going there, or is it just different price?
Yeah, great question. So flights are not included in your program cost. I can kind of flip back here to the overview. We can go over that again. Yes, so your own flight is not included. Oftentimes, students like to stay afterwards or go early for their programs, and that kind of gives you a little bit more freedom. But we will also walk you through some tips to find some cheaper flights. As a student, there's a website, Student Universe, that has a lot of discounted flights. And if that's something that you are like keeping in mind for budgeting, then we can also we would probably recommend destinations like Costa Rica, which is going to have a much cheaper flight than flying to South Korea, for example, if you want to be like extra budget friendly for stuff like that. And what was your other question?
Well, my other question is there any scholarships available to apply to, or is it has to be just you on your own paying everything?
Yeah, also a good question. So each university will have different scholarships for international students. Like, for example, the Hanguk University in South Korea has like 7 different scholarships that international students can apply for and use towards their program fees. We will help you find the ones that fit well. Like, for example, there's ones for people who were born in South Korea and immigrated somewhere else and who want to return for a study abroad program. There's scholarships if any of the classes are in the major that you're taking. There's financial aid-based scholarships, essay-based scholarships. So whatever you're looking for, we can try to help you find, but it will vary by university. So once you decide on your destination, then we can kind of approach the scholarship from that angle.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, we have some more questions in the chat. So here we have, how much should I budget beyond the program costs? So this will depend, I guess, thinking in terms of summer study, right? Because you'll want to budget more for semester studies because you'll be there for like 4 or 5 months. But for a summer program like this, I budgeted about like $500-600 for myself when I was in South Korea for a summer study abroad. And that was a little bit longer than the Hanguk University summer study, which is 4 weeks. But it also depends on what you're interested in doing, like outside of school. If you want to do a lot of trips to other destinations in the countries, like if you're in Northern Ireland and you want to go down to the Republic of Ireland and go around the country, they have like public transportation, but like you'll want to budget a little bit more for bus tickets. Or if you know that you really like to shop while you're abroad, then I would definitely budget a little bit more for that, because South Korea has great shops, a lot of great clothes. So if that's something that you fall victim to sometimes, I was guilty of that, then maybe you should budget a little bit more and some extra suitcase room as well to bring back some great souvenirs. But I would say about $500 outside of the program cost, just based off of what your interests are. And then,
just some great advice as well. Always bring your student card with you, especially in Northern Ireland and Europe. You'll get student discounts. A lot of museums also give free entry to students as well. So every time you're going to a museum, ask for like, is there any student discount or student reduced rates as well? So.
Yeah, definitely. And through the universities too, sometimes they'll have discounted excursion rates or stuff like that too. So yeah, that's a really, really great tip. Definitely bring your student card everywhere you go.
Same with traveling as well. You get like bus rates for students as well, train rates for students as well. And traveling within Europe is so cheap. You can get like Ryanair flights. It's like €20 from like Belfast if you go to the UK as well, onto like the mainland Europe as well. So you can definitely budget traveling around as well within Europe.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, next question in the chat. Will I have to get myself to my program from the airport? You will not. We do provide airport pickup for you. So the team at your university for all the international students will provide you airport pickup. and they'll do an orientation for you on site when you get there, kind of give you a campus tour, get you signed up with like campus Wi-Fi, registered for any kind of meal plan situation you want, stuff like that. So whenever your flights are booked in the enrollment process, then you will give us your flight information and we will take care of all your transportation from the airport to your university. So that's kind of a nice feature. Lets you adjust a little bit, and it's a good welcome upon your arrival to the country. But yeah, one thing that I probably would share for travel tips, and especially study abroad, is to, if there's a class that you might not have at your home university, but that you're interested in, I like pick something like that, I guess, that kind of helps you expand your boundaries a little bit more. Take advantage of the unique classes that are offered by the abroad university. That's something that I would probably recommend. I don't know, Kian, do you have any other tips for international adventures, stuff like that?
I would definitely immerse yourself in the culture. Like if you went to Belfast, obviously like the pub culture is one aspect, but the historical side. So we have a lot of murals, a lot of like memorializations of like the history in the past. So you'll see a lot of like paintings along the walls. Just go for a walk down through the streets. It's really safe, really like vibrant, really immersive. So I definitely get involved in that. And then if you want to travel around the rest of Ireland, you know, Dublin is only about an hour and a half south. If you have the option and you have a driver's license, I would definitely rent a car just to drive around as well. It's a great way to see like the scenery, to kind of stop off. Yeah, the landscape is beautiful. You have to see it for yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Well, if there aren't any other questions, last call before we end the webinar today. But please email us. I'll pull up our emails. But please reach out if you have any questions about the programs. Me and Kian, our team here in Minneapolis, are here to answer your questions. Find a great program that fits your interests. And find the right one for you. So don't hesitate to reach out. You can find us on Instagram also. There will be a recording of this webinar sent out to you guys. And you can go ahead and just reply right to that email with any other questions you have. But we thank you so much for joining our whole online audience. And we hope to work with you in the future and get you abroad.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Bye.
Have a nice
Bye.